It's been a long time since I last did this, but I'm finally back, so here we go. I have a battle against Oblivion. The camera's kind of bad, but I got a new one just today, so you won't have to deal with this camera anymore. Start with my wall, sets up rocks. I was going to use Encore, but I didn't know exactly what he's going to do, so I just set up my own rocks. Um, he ends up going for an overheat, and I know that's not going to do anything to Shuckle because I have a lot of special defense in him. So I go for the Toxic here. I actually expected him to switch out last turn, so I went for the Toxic to hit something that was coming in. I didn't really want to poison this thing because it's kind of useless to be poisoned. More so be paralyzed and poisoned, but now he switches out, goes into Gengar, and I think right here is when I went for a rest because I expected to be smacked with another overheat or something like that. But it doesn't happen, and he comes in for a substitute. I stayed in thinking it might not be a substitute one, but it is definitely a substitute one. I want to see what he wants to do. He wants to Shadow Ball. It doesn't look like he has any charging moves at all, so I'm not too concerned. I could stay in for another turn and just rest again to have him stall himself out of Shadow Balls and just kill himself with Life Orb. But I just wake up and use some Encore, so he's stuck in the Shadow Ball, so I can switch into my Melt Tank, so I could just stand in there and be a threat. I know he'll have to switch here, but I went for the I was gonna go for T-Wave, but then I thought he might send in like Infernape again, so I decided not to go for the Thunder Wave. But he sends in the Gyarados, so it would have been a good idea to go for the Thunder Wave, but the threat of Infernape coming in and not being hit would have been a big deal, so I just went for the S-Toss here. And I go for it again. It does quite a bit. It's not too bad at all, so. He hits me with a Stone Edge. I know that probably won't do too much, and it doesn't. And it did actually a lot less than I expected it to do. I just hit this thing with another S-Toss and it goes down. I didn't think it'd have more than 300 hit points, so I was safe. Get some lefties. Brings in his Gengar again, and I don't know. I was thinking it might have a Focus Blast, so I switch out, go to the Volt to take the Focus Blast, but he Pain Splits, which was something I didn't see coming. I really should have. So he got a lot of health back, and Volt got a lot of health sapped. But so now I know that I can't do much in there. So I leave and go to Sea Rabbit, as he actually subs up, which is a good play, I guess. And I go for the Aqua Jet here, just so I can break the sub, keep breaking it fast. And this is my Choice Banded Sea Rabbit, so there's no way that's not going to break a sub. It'd break a sub anyways, even if it wasn't Choice Banded. So he Pain Splits again, and I wasn't too worried about being Pain Splitted, so yeah. He brings in his Lucario. I'm banded into this Aqua Jet, so I have to keep doing it, and I'll see how much this does. And it doesn't do that much, but it does good enough. Because the Lucarios are very fragile, so of course it's going to do good enough. So he goes for the Extreme Speed. I get the Aqua Jet in again, and it looks like I'm the victor of this, and I'll get to hit anything with a free Aqua Jet now. And he brings in his Infernape, and I guess I'll be hitting this with a free Aqua Jet, but no, it has Vacuum Wave. And I was kind of thinking about that, and I kind of felt like I wasted my Sea Rabbit, kind of, because I was kind of thinking about priority and what Infernape might have, but I'm still rusty, so you gotta cut me some slack, I didn't know. So I bring an Elf, go for the Psychic. I was thinking of going for the Nasty Plot, but that would have been a bad thing to do, because he did not switch out, so that's uncool, if that would have happened. Brings in a Tyranitar, and I was kind of iffy right here. I didn't know if I wanted to waste Azelf, because my Azelf has Grass Knot, and I don't know if I wanted to, so I switched, and he predicts that, and he hits me with the Pursuit. So it ends up looking as if I should have just went for the Grass Knot anyways. Oh well. So I bring in the Milk, the Milk Tank, my wall of walls, and he won't be able to do too much to it for now, because I know it has no fighting moves. So he withdraws. I went for the I went for just the I think I just went for the milk drink. Yep, just went for the milk drink. Couldn't remember that part of the battle for a sec, but yeah, I didn't want to use T-Wave in case he stayed in. So got the milk drink in. I just want to hit this thing with a T-Wave, but he goes sub, so that kind of sucks the balls. Not gonna lie, but oh well. He's in the sub. So now I just have to S-toss him out of it. It's not like he can do anything too terrible to me. But and he is specs. Of course, they're all special attackers. But it's gonna take at least 3 of those Earth powers to kill me off, and I could keep milk drinking up to get back to health. So it's not really too big of a deal here. So I'm all good. So I'll just take a few minutes to kill this thing off. It's kind of long, but yeah. He goes for the explosion here, and I know the explosion probably will not kill me because that thing's specially based, and I'm physically defensive. So the explosion does not kill me. And I just drink the milk, which was a good thing I clicked that. So I get all my health back. The sandstorm's still in play. It's not going to be doing too much because leftovers just immediately fills in what the sandstorm does. Brings in the Gengar, and I don't think he has any fighting moves now because I seen him use sub both times. He could have used a fighting move, so I'm not too worried about it. I use the S-toss. He didn't think I had scrappy ability, and that's why it's always handy to have that ability in. So I S-toss that thing. And in here is where I just go for another S-toss. And then we find out that it has Focus Blast. Which is a load of shit because that baffled me. Because I didn't think it'd have it after all that, but it ends up having it anyway, so that sucked. But, yeah, it'll be okay. So I bring in R2-D2, my Porygon Z, and get the download. It only raises the attack, so but it doesn't really matter. I could just use Dark Pulse. It's scarfed, so I know it could outrace this Gengar. And since I'm scarfed onto Dark Pulse, his last Pokemon's Tyranitar. And since I know that so I need to unscarf myself, so I switch out into the Shuckle. I'm just gonna let Shuckle die here. So I can switch back into Porygon Z and finish the game off with the Hidden Power Fighting, which is good game. Yeah, I guess it's a good first game back. I didn't really play that well, but I'll get better. I've been out of the loop for a bit. I'm starting to get back in, so this isn't a lie this time. I'm actually legit. I'm just pretty busy right now, so thanks for the game, Oblivion. Comment, rate, subscribe, guys. Peace out.